for Ross Mortgage. So I love these questions, and I love these case studies. What gap coverage is?
Gap cash, yeah.
So it's a gap coverage. So what's happening here is it's the appraisal gap between what the contract price is and what the appraisal is. And sometimes if the appraisal is lower than the contract price, then the buyer has to have enough cash to make up that gap, right? It's the gap between the appraisal and the contract price. And generally, the way that works, so if I am the buyer's agent and Jerry is the listing agent, when I make my offer, I also have to include proof of funds that my buyer has this $50,000 or whatever the dollar amount is between that. And it's the game that you're playing. I've got a couple of transactions we're working on right now that we're actually doing a strategic appraisal approach or timing approach on it so that these buyers get to keep as much of their cash as possible. Because now you have 3 cash pools that you've got to work from, right? Cash pool number 1 is your down payment. So if you're doing a 5% down, 3% down, 10% down, that's cash pool number 1. Cash pool number 2 is your closing costs, which is roughly, depending on the loan, 3 to 4%. We'll just call it 3% for the sake of this conversation. And then now gap conversation. So that cash starts growing real fast. And so we generally start having a conversation about, okay, Jerry, tell me, this is an uncomfortable conversation. Tell me how much cash you got. If you don't want me to tell me how much cash you got, I'm not much sure I can help you. I kind of need to know what we're working with so we can plan some sort of strategy to move forward.
To win the deal.
To win the deal.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So that's
the real right there.
It's the cash between the loan amount and the appraisal amount, whatever that gap is. You have to provide it in cash.